following evidence, but here's what I'll say. I couldn't find any concrete evidence that these are dropshipped items, as in I couldn't find them for sale on, say, AliExpress, but some of their items like this personalized cat ring easily found on Temu and Shein, and the only kind of evidence this guy provides that he's an actual, jeweler is this one video where he's sitting on an empty desk in front of a window imprinting a name into a little necklace charm. And again, this is allowed by Etsy. You can take a dropshipped item, do a minimal amount of effort to make it personalized, and that's a-okay. That counts as transformative, but that wouldn't apply to these items which don't claim to be personalized. Also, they have a website with a blog, and it's just your most typical garbage ChatGPT, what is this? What is this? And now check this out. Here's 3 sellers, 2 of which are star sellers with 5-star reviews. All 3 are selling the exact same ring. I mean, it is identical, every single detail on it. So much that these 2 actually look like the exact same image. Look at the reflection. Over here, it has the exact same green reflection. This looks like the exact... It has the watermark. It has the watermark in it. Okay, well, this seller literally stole the picture from this seller, but I can tell you this seller's not legit because kindly be advised that if you require a stone replacement, please reach out to us prior to placing your order. And their profile picture, this is Derek right here. This is Derek. Well, if you just reverse image search Derek, you're going to find him on maybe every single website ever created. So the point is, it's near impossible to even tell what's real or what's not unless you do an absurd amount of digging and researching. And then even then, you just have to hope and pray that somebody's telling the truth, because $174 is a lot of money to waste on a potentially cheap dropshipped item. These scammy sellers and scammy listings aren't just some annoyance, something you have to trudge through to find the real stuff. There's so much of it, it makes it genuinely unusable. And I'll be back with a little more to say on that in a second. Well, at least the third product, surely this is handmade. Well, that's an AI generated picture, so things are not looking good at the moment. Let's just check out Chic Luxy. Surely it can't be quotation mark flash sale. Enjoy 50% off on all jewelry. And we also got the Black Friday sale only today. But yeah, here's our products. Are any of these pictures actually real? And reverse image searching it shows a number of matches that look very similar to this product. Probably the same product. From Walmart, Amazon, and you guessed it, Etsy. And I was gonna end the video. I know I always do this, but this reminds me of one more thing. Let's go to Shop App. Let's look up ring here. Yeah, sure. Let's do this gold knot ring from Elevated Faith. Reverse image search it, and how much you want to bet that Etsy will show up in the results. Boom, stop the timer. Oh, $305. Now pause. That might seem like a huge price compared to a lot of the other cheap jewelry that you can find on Etsy. That's because the ring claims to be solid 14 karat gold, and if true, it would be an understandable price. But there are countless very similar looking rings, including by that same seller, that are dirt cheap in the $20 to $30 range. And the trick is that these rings say gold in the title, but usually hidden way down in the description, they reveal that they're only gold filled, which means for a ring this thin, there's probably 2 tiddlywinks of gold. But even putting that aside, these stores are still incredibly suspicious. If these rings truly are handmade and contain even a little bit of gold, then there's no way after the cost of labor and materials that they could be making any profit. You go to some of these sellers and they'll have 25,000 sales. And yeah, that may be over 6 years, but if you do the math there, that's 4,000 sales a year. If you're selling 4,000 items of jewelry in 1 year, that means that you have to be producing about 11 items a day. And then check out Cat Studio here. Got a banner with all these tools, so that's how you know they're legit. But wait, all of their products are these cheap looking sterling silver rings that you usually see on AliExpress. And check out this owl one. Get a nice, good, long look at it. And tell me if it looks similar to this owl one. Etsy's pick, by the way. Hand selected by our style experts. Okay, well maybe this is just the actual owl ring, and this seller's just cramping on this seller's style. Oh, but wait, the same ring is also on this seller. Oh, and also this seller. Oh, and also this seller. It's sold out, but yeah, hey, it was there. Oh, and also you buy Hong Kong. And every single one of these sellers has 5 stars. So needless to say, I am beyond confused, and I have no idea how any customer could ever trust any item they see on Etsy. Unless I'm sitting down in a FaceTime call, watching the seller create my product, I don't know if I could believe it. I don't know. Well, there you go. I think that's a nice stopping point to end this journey. In summary, Etsy's homepage recommended us AI-generated pet gifts. 2 of the 3 first results when you look up something as simple as ring are from dropshippers, and we even got recommended graphic furry under the pet gifts category, which, depending on the user, that might not have been a very pleasant surprise. And all of these products that say personalized are either AI generated or just really low quality slapping a sticker onto a drop-shipped product. And all of this while Etsy has a whole page talking about their creativity standards, which state that every item must be either handmade, designed, or hand-picked by the seller. So, explain this, Etsy. This is literally something you get out of one of those quarter machines in a mall. So yes, even though Etsy tried to set itself apart on the online shopping marketplace by claiming that they care about human commerce, handmade products with an emphasis on quality and transparency, well, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. So as always, and as I'll keep saying throughout Dropship December, be careful of what you buy out there. Don't give money to scammers. Don't give money to dropshippers when you could get a real, authentic item and support somebody who is actually working, actually making something of value. So good luck with your Christmas shopping, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week when I talk about eBay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.
Truly bizarre, the movie wants to start off by stating my penis size, but here we are.
They're great.
How are they treating you?
I wore them out of the store.
Okay.
So I left my old ones here.
A person enters another person's place of business pretending to be a customer only to use that as an excuse to slip away to another part of the store and cliche.
Just get low. Get low.
Why do I have to get low?
Marty doesn't follow up Rachel's question with to the window, to the wall.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You built something very commendable here.
CinemaSins.
I'll come with you so bad.
Premature double and tender vibration. Also, we wouldn't dare play the music, but Josh Safdie's obsession with 80s music in the 1950s set movie is distracting at best, and makes me want to watch A Knight's Tale instead at worst, in case we confused it for the inside of someone else's urethra. Also, stealing your opening from Look Who's Talking, in case we confused it for the inside of someone else's uterus. Also, stealing your opening from Look Who's Talking too. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever. Kids. Also, not stealing your opening from Look Who's Talking Now.
Backhand, backhand, backhand,
Backsitement.
forehand, forehand, forehand.
Foresightement.
Wally, take the white shirt off. I can't follow the white. It's the
Blame
white
me,
shirt.
Marty.
Says the guy who is also wearing a white shirt.
Try to follow the white ball against the white. Almost impossible, right?
It is not.
It's a Marty Supremo, not the Marty normal ball.
Dion, the urologist, wants me to care about the bespoke nature of Marty's ball, and I do not.
I'll be the first American to ever win the British Open.
Premature ping pong abrasion.
The editor of Look magazine, he loves me. They all love me.
Vanity supreme.
If I wanted to rob you, you'd be dead.
The only robbery I'm concerned with is the heist to steal this framed picture of a horse, and the movie will ignore that in favor of a story about a ping pong playing shoe salesman.
Didn't know you needed a suit to play ping pong.
Lloyd is the hero this movie deserved, but not the one it needs right now, so we'll hunt him cliche.
You shoot me in the leg, you'll be spending the next few years in jail.
Pretty sure just the armed robbery alone would get Marty a few years in jail.
I'm actually pointing a gun at you right now.
Kids, thinking I'd be too distracted by Peter Gabriel's I Have the Touch to notice you tried to slip a jet engine noise over a propeller-driven Douglas DC-6, as if you were taking creative liberties with the use of music and sound to create a sonic environment that communicates progress in a rapidly changing world on purpose or something. I think that guy just broke the first rule of Table Tennis Club.
What about the travel man?
They must have listed it.
Movie explains the obvious because the historical context obviously needs explaining.
Let me get to my forehand too much. Should try to pin me to my backhand.
Table tennis tips sounding exactly like masturbation tips.
I am finding this whole exchange really offensive.
Reactions to Timothy Chalamet's future comments about the state of ballet and opera somehow made their way into the script.
You're making your star player huddle in a rat's ass.
That poor rat.
I'm gonna do to Kletsky what Auschwitz couldn't, okay? I'm gonna finish the job. I'm Jewish, I could say that.
It really feels like they made a prequel to American Psycho and didn't even realize it.
My mother died in childbirth.
This is 100% a lie. And even in 1952, they had the ability to dig up whether someone's mother was alive or dead.
I just ordered one of everything off the room service menu. There's no way I'll be able to eat it all alone.
As is the case when your eyes are bigger than your boner. Cock-a-hoop.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
I stopped acting before you were born.
This movie takes place in 1952, and Marty is 23, which makes his birth date 1928 or 1929. When they were downstairs earlier, the reporters said that Kay was a big movie star in the 1930s. It means not only was Marty alive when she was making movies, but Kay also might be terrible at math.
I bet you can't name one film I've done.
Shallow Hal. Director said, have him throw an apple and f*** up these people's fruit bowl so you know he's daredevil villain levels of asshole. They just start kicking the ball and shit, and the officials just don't care. I figure they know these two are just putting on a show because the match is basically over, but would they not still be penalized under some kind of no tomfoolery rule? This menu for the Ritz in London correctly lists the cover charge as 50 pence up here in the corner. But the rest of the menu uses decimals that are way too high. Plus, decimal day didn't happen until 1971, so the prices should have been listed in pounds, shillings, or pence. God forbid, maybe even farthings.
Why are you so fixed on the Harlem Globetrotters?
People who have never seen the Harlem Globetrotters.
I let all my bunkmates to lick the honey off of me for nourishment.
This story is based on a real account and a real person. So, with all due respect, I say, going right at the nipple here was a choice. It's a shame the tagline of this movie wasn't, if you just work on your skills to be the most unbearable asshole imaginable, grow a thin, crusty mustache, and learn to play table tennis, you too can have sex with Gwyneth Paltrow. Marv Albert would have loved that. I did some research on how large most crowds were at table tennis championships in the 1950s because it seemed kind of insane that there were as many people as are shown in the movie. However, it appears this was when table tennis was at its peak, with upwards of 10,000 people attending these championships. So kudos to the movie for getting that accurate. But they still forced me to do research, so soon you I shall. As interesting as it was to see Marty get down 5-0 without getting a decent return in the sequence, it would have also been interesting to see how Marty was able to get the 9 points we see he currently has. But the movie said, F you, and here we are. This movie does a pretty fantastic job of giving dramatic weight to table tennis, which probably means I should remove a sin. However, and notwithstanding that achievement, I'm going to add 5 instead because table tennis.
I play real table tennis! Real table tennis!
Kids.
第19回全英卓球選手権にて日本が初優勝。
Black and white newsreel's position about an event that we spent the last several minutes watching.
So listen, Marty, I want to personally thank you for introducing me to table tennis.
Nothing can make me believe that anyone spoke these words ever.
Drama is very important to me. I can't undercut the drama.
Directors.
I don't care about table tennis. This is theater.
Timothy Chalamet.
I'm funny to you? You know what's funny to me? That you want to entertain the Japanese so badly and they murdered your son. That's funny to me.
I would give all the sins back if Milton threw Marty in a shark tank after he said that. Even the movie feels desperate to make ping pong interesting. We don't get a scene where we find out Marty chipping off part of the pyramid actually unleashed an ancient curse.
Tokyo?
Tokyo, Japan?
Are you asking me if Tokyo's in Japan?
Marty would be supreme at Mom Needs a Geography class sins.
If it gets crazy, just holler.
Sal will be in the other room, not outside. He should have no issue hearing if it gets crazy, so why the request for a holler?
I could sell shoes to an amputee, so what?
Wanting me to be surprised that someone who lost an arm might still want to wear shoes.
How much is my uncle paying for you to scare me? Because whatever it is, I'll double it for you to suck my dick.
Marty's biggest flaw is that he's always trying to solve things with money he can't spare.
Garden Cafe, huh? What do you got?
The pastrami, what else?
Movie has time for this.
That's your new pet.
I want the armadillo.
Taking home a wild, nocturnal armadillo that has never been domesticated means playing servant to an animal that needs a steady diet of live insects while it constantly tries to renovate your home through instinctual digging. So yeah, the sin is kids.
Aren't you gonna say something to me?
What, congratulations?
Assuming a woman is pregnant without having actual knowledge of said pregnancy.
Excuse me?
Not mine.
Marty's dick survives this.
It is absolutely.
No, it's not. I pull out.
Yes.
The movie wants me to believe that no woman ever told him,
Okay, I can see what you're trying to do. It's not gonna work.
and I do not believe you, movie.
I'll rip that unibrow right off his f***ing forehead!
And then maybe Ira will show Marty and Rachel his time machine afterwards, because he would have had to travel to the 1980s to learn the term unibrow. Marty should really watch out for this guy walking up behind him. He looks like he could be the king of New York, or maybe a bad lieutenant, or even a body snatcher.
Every time I take a piss, I pull back, I hold my urine in, and I count to 10 Mississippi. That's how you build up a muscle.
God, that's how you get a fucking bladder infection.
The risk of infection comes from holding your pee for long periods. Stopping midstream will probably break your in a different way, but I wouldn't waste perfectly good antibiotics on this.
What's the Ritz?
What? You got a $1,500 fine from the International Table Tennis Association.
So, if Marty wasn't actually put up in the Ritz, how exactly did he pull off getting a room? I know he can be convincing, but one phone call or question when the ITT judges came back to their rooms would have gotten him pinched immediately. I have a hard time believing that didn't happen.
I told you not to use the
No, you didn't.
The movie portrays Marty as not following instructions when technically taking a bath is not using the shower.
Paramedic.
Official paramedic training didn't even start in New York until the 1970s, and that would have not been a term anyone would use in 1952.
Just bring the dog to the vet.
I understand Ezra has no clue how much of a heel Marty is, but we know, and the fact that the movie is putting us through the stress of worrying what will eventually happen to this dog is
Can I play? Hey, can I play? $1 a game.
The Color of Marty.
You know, the ball hit the other side. You can't catch it with your paddle. It's my point.
Marty has some really strange ways of trying to make people believe he doesn't know about table tennis. The movie doesn't hustle correctly. The fact that the dog doesn't get away from these morons when he can actually makes me think less and care less about the dog. I don't feel great about it, but here we are.
Come on, watch out, the pole!
It's as if God placed that pole there and removed Wally's ability to see it simply because he hates table tennis and those who play it.
The dog, Wally, that dog!
Anyone who would ever say "f*** that dog."
Are you mad at me?
Anyone asking this asshole if he's mad at them. Movies never parent radar correctly. Marty's mom would have sensed his presence as soon as he put one foot through that window and woke up. No kid ever actually successfully sneaks out of the house. It's just a matter of whether or not the parents decide to let it go that particular night. But also sleeping in your kid's bed when they're not home. Don't do that. It's creepy.
What are you...
Ira survives this.
This is my sister Rachel, by the way. Rachel's my buddy, my business partner, Dion.
How does Dion not know he doesn't have a sister or know who Rachel is for that matter? Some of these characters are just ignorant of information just so the plot can plot along.
We left us with all this inventory for 8 months.
But to be fair to Marty, he was traveling the world attempting to build up his brand in the world of professional table tennis, which would theoretically help sell the ping pong balls. So I feel like it's more on Dion and his father for not taking advantage of some free press. Marty walks in the theater and past all these people with no one asking questions about who he is or why he's there because plot.
He stays up for 3 days in a row because his character is supposed to be tired. It's obnoxious.
Kay is a dick to method acting. Honestly, not even sure if that's a sin, but I'm mean, so hiring Fred Hetchinger and only using him for this small role. That's Dmitry Kravinoff, asshole!
In my experience, only children hold a knife like this.
I'm now much more curious about how Marty is so familiar with how children hold knives.
Well, I live with the confidence if I believe in myself, the money will follow.
Millennials.
Hello?
That dog has been running loose for days, yet with limited runtime for side quests, it's necessary that they find him at the very first house they check. Discount Pendula, holy sh**. This old man must have some magic in him because he gets up after getting hit by the car with no issue.
Did you by any chance lose a dog named Moses?
Yeah, I did. Why?
Oh, you did? Amazing, because we just found him.
Doing this instead of telling him where the dog actually is, so they could still get their reward money and not have to worry about him finding out they don't actually have the dog.
I was thinking maybe $2,000 seems fair for this kind of a thing.
Adjusted for inflation, that's like $24,000. The sin is making me do math to find out that I'm on Ezra's side in all of this.
I'm working on my game right now instead of I'm in a used car lot making a mockery of my life, doing prank calls.
Kids.
Are you actually crying? No, Marty, what are you...
What is that?
Touching someone's black eye so aggressively that you can smear the makeup and find out it's not a real black eye, and that they were faking the domestic abuse that resulted in you damn near killing a man. Also, the story can have its subversive gotcha, you think all women are weak and all men are violent, when some men are just verbally abusive and some women are just liars, which I guess is better than being actually punched in the face, albeit not the best in terms of what I might wish for these characters. And the movie needs you to think and feel all those things because this is high art, goddammit. Exposing all of your balls on the streets of New York.
I have a week to make $1,500.
Actually, unless Marty is under the impression his flight to Tokyo will be free, he needs quite a bit more than $1,500.
What am I going to say?
Figure it out.
What am I going to say?
Asking Marty for relationship advice, or honestly any advice. The movie goes for a half-ass Rocky-style training scene, but the problem is that it's no Rocky. It's not even Rocky 4.
Marty, you ain't getting a nickel unless I see my dog.
And I'm annoyed this movie is getting any money out of me, setting up this bullshit near the end of the film just so Rachel can get herself into danger and Marty has yet another obstacle keeping him from Tokyo. All these strangers were willing to help Rachel get her money back, but no one feels the need to help this poor asshole that just got stabbed.
When you see this lady act, you're going to feel like you got your cock sucked by a vacuum cleaner.
This guy trying to sell me on the idea that feeling shame is somehow a good thing.
Look, she's blushing, see her?
Not seen in this scene, view from the top's Gwyneth Paltrow blushing.
That should cover your trip and then some.
After watching Marty fuck up one opportunity after another for the entirety of this film, movie expects me to believe it will subvert that pattern of self-sabotage, but I do not believe you, movie. Power of boners makes them risk rolling in dog shit.
Hey, what are you doing?
Maybe it's me, or maybe it's the 50s, but I don't understand why the cops can't just let mammals fuck in the forest.
My earring came off. We were looking for my earring.
It looks like you got 2 earrings in your ears there.
Which is odd, because just a minute ago, when they were getting all hot and heavy, Kay no longer had earrings on.
Oh, wow, look at here. It's a really nice necklace.
I thought it was weird that she had to put it around his neck instead of just having him put the very expensive thing you don't want to be flashing around in Central Park at night in his pocket. It was all very cinematic and dumb.
Do you think you could grab me another necklace?
This almost works for way longer than it almost should have.
Please give me another chance or I am on my hands and knees.
Saying this while the camera highlights how much you are clearly standing up.
Marty, there are no second chances in life.
Statements that omit for poor people.
This is more dramatic than the play.
Saying this to the husband of the lead actress in the play.
This one is for my son.
He came to me in a dream and told me to avenge him. He was very specific that this meant spanking a man he had never met with a ping pong paddle. Thought it was odd, but he said this was the only thing that could make it right and ensure his passage across the river Styx. Oh yeah, and I'm a vampire, but there'll be more on that later.
She told me my dog's in Jersey somewhere, and you got the address.
To be fair, so does Rachel. Now who's being selfish, Rachel?
Seen anything in there?
No, not really.
It could not be more telegraphed that he is about to violently see something. And for those of you born after the phone was invented, the telegraph was the result of extensive studies into how a text message could be just as complicated as pleasuring a woman. This pointless shootout shoots out for all to some time, and with only 25 minutes left in the movie, I'm concerned that Marty hasn't even gotten to Tokyo yet. He doesn't know for sure that the guy shooting from inside the house is dead, yet he risks his life stopping to count the money.
You have wasted your time coming here.
Somehow the Academy snuck this message about the award for Best Actor right into the script. Wearing a white shirt when playing table tennis like an asshole.
Shall we greet the pig onto the stage?
Forcing this pig to get kissed without its explicit consent.
It was an enormous form of disrespect to everyone here.
Somehow Marty's appeal to the crowd works instead of him being dragged off stage by security. After Marty wins this point, we see the score was tied at 17-17, so it's now 17-18 advantage Marty, which is all well and good, but we know that Endo was the server at the start of the game, and if the serve alternates every 5 points, then Endo should have been serving on the 35th point, not Marty, and I'm extremely sad that I know that. Here's 21 sins for making me understand the mathematics of table tennis, Marty Supreme.
I was born in 1601. I'm a vampire. I've been around forever.
There's a line of dialogue said in this movie. Also, would making Milton an actual vampire be ridiculous? Yes. Would it make this movie 100% more interesting? Also yes. This movie does the unthinkable by presenting a huge asshole like Marty to us for the last 2 hours and change, and then actually getting us to root for him in a f***ing table tennis match by the end of it. And I kinda hate that the movie did this to us. Also, this is the grand finale. We don't even get to see Marty in the championship tournament. It ends on a f***ing scrimmage that means nothing. This is the equivalent of having a Mortal Kombat movie with no Mortal Kombat tournament. Wait. Marty wins and remembers why he loves the game. It was never about the success or the money that he's been chasing, but about spirited competition, the pursuit of excellence, and the mid-century American pastime of making the Japanese sad. I swear he is looking right at the camera.
It's okay. Shh. Right here. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
That's a weird way to reply with, get the f*** out of here, Marty, I f***ing hate you.
You said 4, right?
No, Marty said...
Meisler?
And yet Marty doesn't correct her, and now I'm pissed they're not working on a sequel where you find out Marty and Rachel have been raising the wrong baby. Also, that baby looks a lot like Abel Ferreira. Also, Kits. Also, Supreme. After watching Marty f*** up one opportunity after another for the entirety of this film, the movie still expects me to believe he will be anything other than a bad father.
What for? Because I don't like you.
This is the right. CM Punk did the original pipe bomb promo in what, like 2011, something like that, 15 years ago. And he's said occasionally, "Oh, this is going to be the next pipe bomb. This is going to be the next blah blah blah. You know, it's going to be the next one." I think this is the interview that. Am I right in saying this might have been the closest to the original one, or was the one in AEW that was closer? What do you think? Apart from the Brawl Out one, which was amazing.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely the closest thing to that pipe bomb on John Cena, on Vince McMahon, on the Be a Star Bully campaign, on everything he talked about, Johnny Ace, Stephanie, every Triple H. Let's not forget about that. All those people. This is the closest thing because Punk addressed so many elephants in the room outside of Roman Reigns. I'm talking about mentioning TKO, mentioning the ticket prices, and being the vehicle for TKO and WWE to back off of the super expensive prices. They're using Punk's pipe bomb to get themselves out of this corner with the high ticket prices. That's my belief.
It's interesting, right? We're going to get to all that later. We are going to mention it in the body of this segment, but we're going to go on the ticket prices a little later because I've talked about it a lot. We've talked about it a lot. Mentioned it to Dutch a couple of times as well. It will come up again, but let's go to the full interview. Really, quite a lot of it's going to be quotes. Others just going to be me versions of it. He starts off with Houston because Raw's in Houston, a wrestling town. Talks about Paul Bosch, and then he asks what Harley Race would do in certain situations. Did you ever meet Harley?
Yes, I actually met Harley, and then I witnessed Harley slapping Vader at a convention in New Jersey. Vader had done something. Harley was in the wheelchair. I saw him do this, and he just started lighting him up. And he was mad, and then Vader just kind of calmed down. I don't know what happened. Somebody had pointed out, like, Harley's reading the riot act to Vader, and then just Gail Kim slap right to the ear. So I don't know what happened there, but it calmed down very quickly, and I was just like, they're like, dude, Harley Race is downright terrifying that Vader backed down to him and even he said, come here, knowing that he was probably going to do something. As Harley Race is in a wheelchair, Vader still just, and immense respect for Harley Race, I'm sure he had, but at the same time, people are scared of Harley Race, even in a wheelchair.
CM Punk obviously is mentioning Roman Reigns a lot because this interview is partially to talk about their main event and build up excitement for it. Says Roman Reigns, who have attacked each other, is not here tonight, and he mentions this time and again. I won't keep mentioning this, but what do you think? Because I'm still not sure who the babyface here is in this one, which is always they're both in shades of grey, but he keeps mentioning Roman Reigns is not here. What do you think of that tactic as an interview ploy, I guess?
Well, we've seen this play out a multitude of times. We're talking about Punk with The Rock. We're talking about Punk with Cena at a certain point, Cena with The Rock, then Roman with Cena, this whole part-timer thing, right? We've seen it happen a multitude of times, and it's kind of one of those things of that part is a little bit played out. And I understand where Punk's coming from. Like, he showed up after the beatdown. Roman didn't show up after the beatdown, and Roman had his cousins help him beat him down, and Punk still came back. You made an excellent point on the pre-show, which might have been before the pre-show. How does this build up your opponent for the match? He's almost making Roman less than, not prepared. He's only a part-timer. His heart's really not here or something like that. And he's not even a superstar or a movie star like The Rock. He even buries The Rock a little bit. There's a lot of different things going on here. And I think, talking about the pipe bomb, the reason why it's the pipe bomb is because he just cast a wide net to bury everybody. Both in the realm of storyline and both in the real world. Roman, when I can watch the promo, I was like, he's zinging him. He's hitting with a lot of truth, a lot of reality, but he's also burying him to a certain extent. So if Roman goes over, a nobody literally beats you. A part-timer who doesn't care was still better than you. Is that the impression you got?
Yeah, there's other things. Further says that Roman Reigns had everything handed to him, which I mean, kind of did. I mean, from the off.
Suffer and succotash, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had that line handed to him. Quote, I understand why this company, why TKO sends you, this is Roman Reigns, your belt. I've run this through the thing, so it's not got every word right. Your ass to Jimmy Fallon. Is it because it's because you're safe and you're boring and you're plastic and you're saccharine and you're manufactured, and me, I'm dangerous because you never know what I'm going to do or what I'm going to say, and when you do bother to show up, you show up late, you gleefully leave early, and you puff your chest around in the back like you're The Rock. At least The Rock is a Hollywood superstar. Oh, I'm sorry, was a Hollywood superstar. We'll get to The Rock in a minute, but yeah, he's throwing more things at Roman, which is kind of, is this not what the IWC would say about Roman Reigns, and how much reality really is there in it?
Excellent. We got a tale of two presentations in this company right now. We have the casual fan approach with creative, and in the same show, sometimes the same hour or even the same segment, we have the internet version where you want to shoot hard for the smart marks. And you kind of mixing it as a great effort. I know what they're trying to do. They are now trying to create all the chaos in a way from WrestleMania 40 within 2 weeks of WrestleMania 42. And I have to say, the Punk, when he cast that wide net, he says all these things. He said some things that are pretty memorable, but at the same time, you left out one other thing. You're only here because you're a failed football player because you sucked at football.
No, that's coming up next.
Oh, sorry. But I'm saying, like, he's making it look like even WWE's a place when you're rejected from real sports, come into WWE, which Roman could turn around if he hasn't.
And we are back for, quick, do a couple days, 1 or 2. I redid our card catalog in here. It says not for sale because I have all the over $100 cards that are duplicates in here. He's manning the thing. I did not make any card packs because we are on tournament day. So let's open you up and let's make some money. We did do, we got all the new cards. That's not a new card. This is a new card. The gold legendary Tauru. These were working great. Let's see. Man the counter, restock card. We can't have you restock. We can't have you retell the set. No. 48. We'll make more money, make more cards, and then I'll remember to do the packs. Oh, you want to trade? Sorry, we do not. I would gladly bought that. I would gladly bought that card. I mean, if you want, just give me the money. I'll give you change. Okay, what are you trying to sell? Oh, you're gonna trade. How is it doing? That guy's winning. What? Okay, what are you trying to sell me? I'm gonna buy. What is pitch? 1300. Nope, go away. No, I can't get you from over here. Okay, you want to... No, I don't. Give away cards that I want. Duplicates though. No, I don't think that having every single day a tournament is gonna, you know, gonna work. Unless we get like really good cards to sell. You know what, you give me a high offer, I'm gonna give you a low offer. 423. Fine, to make it look better, I'm gonna get how about $7. I will give you $8. Yeah, I clicked on my screen for a second, so that's why it kind of lagged. Okay, will this help? Okay. This helped, okay. That's right, I have no cards to... Whoa, why did it... Okay, the people are moving, but I am not. There we go. Next page. We really should buy a second. You know what we'll do? I'm gonna see how much we can make. No, nothing. How much we can make a day, and if it makes sense to hire like this guy to restock, or this guy to check up. So if we could make $400, essentially make $400, over $400, then like in just like table fees, like if we make, we don't have that card. I'm gonna offer you You know, first it's off you 26 cents. Okay, 36 cents. Okay, I will 47 cents. Depending on what we can make in tables after the tournament. Oh, so we have our tournaments are done. Okay. What do you want? As I don't think, I don't know if the tournament includes the fee. I don't think it would. But we'll see what we can make each day. Just them playing cards. And more than $4, which I'm pretty sure it is. Then we will hire the guy to be the cashier. I'm offering you market. Okay. Let's see how much is the other guy. So the fast restocker is, oh yeah, see that's what's talking about, the processing fee. So if it 3, 4, okay, so if we can make one that's 700, then we're just gonna, we'll do that. Okay, they're giving me this, they want that. No. Yeah, see, I knew there was a processing fee. I wasn't going crazy. I can restock because okay, what are we asking? 23, 38. $25. 26, 38. Let's see. They're giving me this. They want that. I don't have a duplicate. Yeah, I think we're going to focus on just the cashier guy. Oh. 200. The other guy. So who won? That guy won. That guy didn't win any. Well, it's because table one they played the winner places the winner, and that winner places that winner, and then that winner places that. Yeah, so poor guy didn't even win one game. Decline. And then, are you just gonna leave when you're done? $17. You're asking me. I'm just gonna give you $2. You should just cut in front of that guy. Okay, you're waiting to play with someone, and you're just wandering around because you got last place. Wait, what place did you get? You got 7th place. Okay, next day. Yeah, see, we made almost 3,000 with playing, but I don't know if that included the ESO. You know, let's make some cards. Oh wait, maybe I should open the store. Nope, you want to sell something? Oh no. Let me think about that. I don't know if it includes these. Okay. You're giving us this because they want this and we have that. So yes, we will accept this trade because yes. selling this. I'm gonna offer you 68.84. Ooh, we're gonna do something. Oh, I don't have enough cards to bundle. Oh. Oh, I didn't want to do that. No. Ah. Let's see, how much is one of these worth? 300, and it's 50. So this should be. That. You know where I'm going with that. So there is I need 10 boxes. Four. Okay, what do you want? You're selling that. I'll give it to you for $9. Yeah, this should be 8. So we just need to get some more higher price cards, and that will be our grand prize. Or we can do a grand prize of let's just sell that. Okay, what do you want? You want to? You know I don't have that card. I'm having a. Oh yeah, how's our 8 more days? Or can I? No, I can't fit another one there. Okay, what would you like? You want to sell that card? No. Whoa, my cards are kind of low. Oh wait, no, I don't want to. Woo! I almost sold $100 cards. That would have been bad. What do you want? You're selling. I'm gonna offer you $34. Okay. We got lots of these. Okay, what would you like? You want to sell this? Nah, I'm good. No. I wonder if I set it to 20 and then I'm gonna get a red box. There's my yellow. And a yellow. You're doing good. I'm gonna give you a bonus because I might be firing you soon. Wait, did I say that loud? Ooh, I'm not gonna fire you. You're good. I mean, I'm like, depending on how many cards we get, I might have to do have the one guy do restocking. That just might man the counters. Why can't I get this one way back there? But if I'm here, I can't get that one. Offering you $17. I'm giving you $17.24. Now remember, we're focusing on table sales, not the card sales. Because unless I'm opening up packs like every single day, you cannot rely on the single cards, even though we built the store around selling single cards. I'm gonna offer you $6. I'm gonna offer you $6.25. Okay, let's get these people out of here. Yes, I'm gonna buy this. I will give you $1 for it. I will give you $7 for this. Well, $7.39. And next day, but yeah, okay. I think we can justify getting that guy. Oh, we gotta pay bills. Wait, that bill was basically our 1 day of table playing. So how much is the restock guy? We want very fast. Oh, this guy does both. I think we'll do this guy. He's a good checker, and he's $400. But we're not going to hire him just yet because we're going to, well, off camera, of course. We're gonna open up a bunch of boxes. I think this is the most we've ever had to open up. So this is what I've been doing. Since each box has 32. I feel like, oh, why? How did that happen? I don't know. Did I take one out? I don't know. How was? I am so confused because I should. Why do I have one? Did I? Anyway, since these count 32, I put in 31, 31, and then I put in 2 in here, and then I take the other box and put the whole box in here. Yeah, I got an extra one. Okay, well, okay. Okay. Let's fill this up. So we will do that. I will do all these. Come back tomorrow. Then we'll be open. Say close. We're recording. So come back and hopefully we'll have a lot more cards. Maybe we can expand here so we can have another thing to restock. So it was a shorter video. Maybe we'll do a couple days at a time because it seems fun. So lady, come back tomorrow. You guys, come back tomorrow. Good day.